if they are.
पेज नंबर 7 पे बात.
Page number 7, statement of facts, background of the case, second para.
Background of the case.
So if they are leading building constructor and very old in this particular segment, then why basically this unrealistic low price contract was signed even after basically they knew that this was a low price. This was the first company in the world where basically the construction company is focused towards a loss-based contract. So I would say this rebut is clearly basically wanted to overrule minority status and wanted basically a financial exploitation of the minor. Why financial exploitation? Because you can see from the beginning, not background of the case. First, unrealistic low price. Why unrealistic low price contract was signed with a minor? Second thing, they are in this industry, this company from a very long time, and they know what is the profit. And when they got to know that it is unable to catch, it is unable to basically fetch the amount or the property, they ready to negotiate also. And the negotiation was like EMI. Okay, you can just pay me in the EMI. That is also fine, but give me money. And when my client basically filed that the product which you used basically is a cheaper, much cheaper, it's not possible in the 10 lakh amount, then basically they started rattling like this amount is basically low, we have given you, it's a kind of a mercy on you, this all is basically a shit on a paper. I would request the court to reject the rebut and go with the decision of the minor that this is a case of financial exploitation of the minor.
So, according to section 2 clause D, which define consideration, it must happen at the desire of promisor and paid on my promisee or any other person, and it not need to be adequate. Like my client had decided we are sold, we are done this construction at the 10 price, so this is not a battle. And the second thing is like we are done the 2 floors and we complete all the construction. So how you can say that this is just a 3 lakhs of money? We are spending a 10 lakh rupee for the further construction. So this is not a valid. This is not a strong point you are saying right now.
Council seek the permission. Sir, this all idea means that you have constructed 2 floor, 3 floor, then you are ran out of the money, again negotiation, you are ready to basically construct without money. Here important thing is again in the chronology events or background of the case, they were ready to pay without money. Means a building company, just listen the fact, a building company, a very old infrastructure or a construction company ready to build the 2nd and 3rd floor without money and wanted basically that means ready for this negotiation, okay, you can pay me later. This is not possible practically, and this is a clear case of financial exploitation. And one more thing I want to basically include in this, my colleague in basically their file, they mentioned the file of the petitioner, page number 16, they mentioned the case of Ajodhya Prasad and Chandan Lan and others. This case also goes with the decision in favor of minor, which means they are also somehow in favor of basically one decision that basically this agreement or the contract is void and whatever they have done, that is for the financial exploitation only. There is no need of reconsideration.
Council seek permission. So, as we already said in this statement that Mrs. Asha Singhal, who offered to Mr. Sid Malhar that if he performs on her daughter's birthday singing performance, then he will refuse left of the money. If we want to fraud with them, so why we give this offer?
These all offers are basically just to distract. The thing is, just understand the honorable bench, just understand the level of exploitation. Initially, you just pay me this EMI, then you just perform me at my basically daughter's birthday. When they unable to understand, when they unable to know, or we can say when they able to know that they are basically going to lose this kind of, we can say, opportunity, then they basically came to the court. From the very start, intention is not basically to get the money, intention is to exploit for a very long time.
Can't seek permission. Sir, if you want to fraud with them, so he not able to perform that performance. He just give an excuse. He from short thought. Then he also give excuse. His album will flop. So this is just a excuse from that client, from that party. Is not for our party. We are always comes in the fact. So he just a staple on that fact. So we just want to say that he just don't want to pay any payment. He just complete all the construction. So we can cover our compensation to given rent on that property. We cover our compensation. Then you will take your property.
May I? Sir, my colleague is expecting everything from minor and not expecting anything from basically themselves or their client as a construction company. Minor from very start, if any contract is signed with a minor, then that is a void ab initio from the very start. There is no point of argument. Many cases, if basically they come with the case of landmark case of Mohori Bibi also, that there is a need of change in that basically judgment. So I would say one thing, there is no need of basically change. The reason is because the landmark case of basically, okay, understand that is a 70 plus years. But in 2014, Joseph Mathai versus Vijan, in that case, Supreme Court basically gave decisions that the landmark case is valid. Hence, the minor is not liable to pay any compensation. So we cannot say like the old case is basically justifiable or is basically the effect of the time. We have to change. We cannot change. The reason is Supreme Court. Honorable bench, the Supreme Court goes with the basically minor. So who we are, I think.
Can't seek permission. Sir, he said that.
आपका फैक्ट ये है, लॉजिक ये है कि आपका शोषण हुआ है, एक्सप्लॉयटेशन हुआ है, ऐसा माइनर रिस्पोंडेंट की तरफ से है ना, तो ऑफर का कम्युनिकेशन हुआ था, तो आपने किया था, ठीक, एक बार कंस्ट्रक्शन भी करवा दिया गया, दूसरी बार उसका धन भी इनको नहीं मिला, तीसरी बार तो आप हमें ये समझा दीजिए कि आपका एक्सप्लॉयटेशन कैसे हुआ।
Sir, exploitation is basically from the very start. 16 years. At that time, I was minor. Minor means basically the infancy was there. Basically, the mindset was not up to the level of intelligentsia. When I come,
नहीं बता पा रहे हैं, आप ऑफर करने के लिए जब सामने वालों को बुला रहे थे,
sir, the reason is because infancy was there, and that is the reason I attracted the lured offer of the contractor. If contractor gave basically a very small amount, which is practically not possible, then definitely as a minor I would go with the offer. Because I am a minor, I will go with the money.
ठीक है, लेकिन ये बात आपकी वहाँ ज्यादा सही होगी अगर ये आपके पास आए होते और आपको जो है लूट करने का प्रयास किया होता। आपने इन्हें स्वयं बुलाया है।
Sir, here
ये काम करवाना चाहते हैं।
Sir, here the thing is, as a minor and basically struggling singer, here the thing is like minor, sir. Minor means basically below 18, and it can be 5 year also. And 5 year, when it comes to 5 year also, it means basically intelligentsia level is very less in the legal terms.
मैं लॉ की बात नहीं कर रहा।
Correct, sir.
मैं मेंटल कैपेसिटी की बात कर रहा हूँ। जो व्यक्ति माइनर होते हुए ऑफर करने की इन्वाइट कर सकता है, इतना बड़ा कंस्ट्रक्शन करा सकता है, होम पार्टी का आयोजन कर सकता है, तो
Initially, okay. Initially, sir, this minor, as a minor, I was trapped in this all basically web. Why I was trapped? Because I want to make my career. My necessities was basically superior at that time.
कैरियर के मामले में आप मेजर हो जाते हैं और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के मामले में माइनर हो जाते हैं।
The reason is actually I was minor when it comes to 16. Why career? The reason is because the career is supreme. Because if career is not there, then minor will suffer.
ये जो आप सोच रहे हैं कि कैरियर और सुप्रीम ये स्वयं बता रहा है कि आप माइनर से ऊपर उठ गए।
Minor, the thing is, when I basically crossed the 18 years of age, then I understand basically the whole trap, and then basically I decided to not to repay. Before that, I was ready to pay installment. I was ready to perform.
एक्सप्लॉयटेशन का हो चुका है ना, 7 लाख रुपए के घाटे में जा रहा है।
That is the reason, sir, from the very start they entered in agreement which was purposely, it's mentioned in the page number 7. They knew that this is an unrealistic low price contract, unrealistic low price contract, not possible. They are in this industry from very long time. How can basically they sign this unrealistic?
पॉसिबल है नहीं कि आप इतना नहीं करेंगे, उसको प्रॉफिट हो रहा है वो साइड करें। दूसरी बात जो आपने बोला कि मेरी चीज लेकर क्वालिटी किया गया है, क्या इसके लिए जो चाहिए होते हैं उसके लिए हमें सर्टिफिकेट कराया था, उसको सर्टिफिकेट लगा हुआ है।
As a minor, I was only profit oriented. I was only thinking about.
बात नहीं हो रही है, पहली बात जो आपने बड़ा किया है कि बेसिक क्वालिटी सामान यूज किया गया है, इसके लिए क्या किसी पार्टी की यूनियन सर्टिफिकेट कराया है कि किया गया है।
Sir, when I started settling in that area, I found basically that the construction is not good.
ये आप नहीं डिसाइड करोगे ना, मैटर है कि क्वालिटी पूरा नहीं हुआ है और ये क्वालिटी अच्छा है खराब है, ये डिसीजन लेने का पावर तो बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन का इंजीनियर है वो बताएगा। ठीक है, आप ये बताओ। दूसरी बात प्रॉफिट और लॉस की बात एक दूसरा मैटर है, क्योंकि प्रॉफिट हो रहा है लॉस हो रहा है, आप नहीं बता सकते कि इनको लॉस हो रहा है उसके बाद उसकी कंडक्ट करेंगे।
Pardon, sir, in this case, I would say like I have not gone through any, we can say, testify company or basically the agency. But here I would say only one thing, and which is basically in the favor of minor. That is, this contract is from the very state.
जब लाभ लेना चाह रहे हो जिसके ऊपर कोई कंपल्सन न किया जाए, ठीक है, तो क्या ऐसे इसकी क्या पॉसिबिलिटी है कि आप दोबारा किसका लाभ लेने का किसी और के साथ भी अपने से कंटेक्ट करोगे, किसी का ट्रांजैक्शन कराओगे,
The reason,
बात नहीं करोगे कि माइनर है संविदा शुल्क कराया जाए, तो जो लाभ हुआ है पूरा में, ठीक है, क्या उनको मिलना है नहीं मिलना है?
sir, this is.
चीज बता दीजिए, हम उस झगड़े की खत्म करते हैं। आपके अनुसार मतलब जो आपका मुख्य मुद्दा ये है कि जो कंस्ट्रक्शन हुआ है वो जिस क्वालिटी आप चाहते थे वो नहीं हुआ है ना, तो जिस क्वालिटी का हुआ है वही भुगतान कर।
Sir, that amount we have already paid 3 lakh rupees. 3 lakh rupees we already paid. 3 lakh rupees we already paid. That is more than enough.
20,000 रुपए किससे बांधी भरते थे?
Sir, these all things are trap. Later I realized. And one more thing, sir, I just want to counter one thing, that again if I come as basically that as a minor and basically show that this kind of things happened and I'm basically trapped, there should be relaxation, financial exploitation, these all things. So I just want to say one thing, sir, these all are matter of basically judiciary. Judiciary interprets the law. Only legislature makes the law. This is the work of legislature to make the law so that there should be no chance of loophole. If this is the scenario, then in every case the minor will come and prove his minority and get the status of.
ऐसे होने के बाद आप हामी भी तो कर रहे हो, आप हामी भरी ना।
Correct.
प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
Problem is basically they misuse the we can say the status of minority means intelligentsia level of the minor.
ठीक है,
Yeah.
लेकिन जब आप मेजर हो गए, आप इस मेंटल कैपेसिटी में आ गए कि अपना अच्छा बुरा सोच सकते हैं, तो आप ही किया है।
At that time, when we said yes, at that time I was minor, 16 years old.
मेजर होने के बाद किया।
After that, we were just basically, after gaining,
ये आपने किया है।
at that time basically we were just compromising just to avoid the court cases. The court cases is a burden on again the person who is struggling in his music career. No, at that time, no. After the majority, the birthday performance. New contract is also not possible, sir. Because new contract is also not possible because initially the contract was signed at the time of minority. So if any contract is signed.
जो फर्स्ट कन्वर्ट हुआ है, अरे तो वाइडर हो गया है, लेकिन दुनिया में होगी, तो बात करो कि में बाकी किया जाए, और उसके बाद भी किया जाएगा, तो ये वाले एक नया फंदा बन जाता है।
Sir, again the thing is the contract, novation, rescission, and any type of alteration is not possible in the case which is already there with the minor. Because the contract is already signed when they were basically agreement. After that, it is not possible. According to Indian Contract Act, it is not possible, sir. Sir, section 64 and 65 is also not applicable.
Time over.
It's a prayer and all.
हाँ. Why not?
Council seek the permission to submit the prayer. Much obliged. The respondent respectfully requests this court on the basis of prior and foregoing written submission to find and declare that to uphold the contact between Mrs. Singhal and Mrs. Sid Malhar as void ab initio. The judgment passed in the Mohori Bibi versus Dharmodas Ghosh do not need any reconsideration, and respondent status as minor was sufficient ground to accept that from liability, and I would request the Honorable Bench to pass any order which the court may deem fit in the light of justice, equity and good conscience, respectfully submitted by the counsel for the respondent. Much obliged.
इसके अलावा है कि रिबटल राउंड फाइल है पार्टिसिपेंट्स को कंप्लीट करने की बात होगी तो बीच में की टाइम 18 और 19 हो ना 18 टीम कोड 18 and 3 है ना 18 as a petitioner, team code 3 as respondent. Rebuttal